Hello there. I'd love to. My name is Alobose Forest, and I'd love to welcome you to this video. This one. Now, I want to share a strategy with you. Now, this strategy is very, very important. There I am. Sorry about the towel. I'm from bathing, so I want my hair to dry. Now, I want to share a strategy with you. Now, this strategy is very, very powerful. Okay. You know what? So basically, am I looking for? Okay, so I'm looking for like a whiteboard to show you. All right, so now we have a whiteboard here. So now I can explain the strategy. So I'm going to show you the strategy which I found. Okay, let's turn off this camera. Wait, what the hell just happened? All right, there we go. So the strategy is very easy. I'm gonna draw something for you right here on the screen. A bit thicker. Okay. So basically, I'm going to show you the strategy of how I found gold and silver. So this is week. That's a weekly chart. That's a daily chart. Okay. So now, what's going to happen is this. Now, where is that? Okay. Let's see if we can use another one. Okay, this one is not working. All right, fine. All right, so on the daily chart, the price is going to be like this. Okay. Now, in technical analysis, this is called an overzone. Jesus Christ. It's called an overbought zone. And then on the daily chart, it's going to be on the weekly chart, sorry, it's going to be like this. Okay. Now we call this we call this oversold zone. Okay. So this is what you want. Now this is called a divergence. All right. It's called a bullish divergence. B. Let's change the color. Let's change the color. Okay, let's change the color. It's called bullish divergence. BDV. All right. So that's what is happening here. So this strategy is called a bullish divergence. So what the indicator we're using is called the stochastic. All right, so let's put some numbers here. This is 80, this is 50. All right, yes. So we have 80 here, we have 50 here, and then we have 20 there. So this whole thing is called the RSI. Okay, so it's called the stochastic RSI. So that's the name of all this indicator here. So all this is called the stochastic RSI. So above the 80 zone, it's overbought on the daily. Then on the week, it's oversold. All right. And then on top of all this, there is something called the rocket booster strategy. Now, again, what I am showing you is very advanced. So, what I showed you before, that's the bullish divergence, right? So, you want it to be oversold on the day and then overbought on the week. Then you want the price to be above the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. So let's look at this chart to explain exactly what I mean. So this is the weekly chart, and you can see it's in an overbought, oversold zone on the week. But you skip now to the day, you notice it is in an oversold zone. Okay, so we can move it a little bit somewhere there. So you can kind of see what's happening, right? So this is the strategy. So what is happening, what happened here, okay, is exactly what's is exactly what is happening here. All right. This is what is this is what is happening today. Okay, so this is what is happening today. This is what happened in the past, in January, beginning of this year, and now we have another buy position in June, which is happening today. So basically, this is just how you buy gold, or how I buy gold and silver. Let me see if we can check for let's see if I can check for silver. So for silver, we have kind of missed the buying opportunity. But ideally for silver, in this case, using the system that I shared with you, the buy position would have been probably around this zone here. So let's check on the daily chart. Okay, let's move it a little bit further. Okay, so let's see if we can move it a bit further. All right, let's say somewhere here. No, let's say somewhere here. Um, it has to be in an over. There you go. No, it's not exactly, but it's supposed to be somewhere there. Maybe ideally somewhere there. There we go. So at this point, this was the perfect time to buy silver right here. Okay, so sometimes looking back in the past will help you determine how to buy in the future. So this is technical analysis. What I am showing you is technical analysis. So as you can see, there it is. Now there was this volatile space right here, so that's why again I would advise not to use margin. Then again, look at it. We're in an oversold zone on the daily, but on the week we do not have a an oversold zone, right? We do not have that as at all yet. But in gold, it is very, very, very evident. As you can see, we're in an oversold zone, and then you know, we can actually move this here. There we go. So when this is the perfect time to buy gold, because as you can see, we're in that zone, we're in that area. Let's see if we can look at another market in the futures. Let's look at agriculture. Let's look at corn, wheat, soybeans, coffee, and cocoa. Let's look at all of them. I love agriculture. So let's see what we have in agriculture. Okay, so remember, it has to be in an oversold or overbought zone. And this applies to short selling, but in the opposite direction. And it is in combination with the rocket booster strategy. Okay. 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 So we have something in coffee. So let's check the daily chart. All right. So if it was in an oversold zone, then we would have bought coffee. But right now, coffee is only activated on the weekly chart. All right. So I think we have something in. Okay, I think we have something on the weekly chart here. It's very close, huh? Very, very close. This is on Tuesday. Too close. I would watch soybean futures. I would just watch it. Short selling is a little bit hard. It's a little bit difficult, but it is possible to short sell. So there is nothing in the futures market. I have not noticed anything in the futures market so far. Um, let's try forex. See if we can find something. But the strategy I showed you is definitely very good for gold and silver, as you could see. So basically, I'm just trying to see if the strategy can also work, in other markets. See how far we can push it before they block us. Okay. All right. So you want to start from the main signal is on the week, of course. So you want to start on the week. So the rocket booster strategy, if you want to learn more about the rocket booster strategy, check out the resources below this video. So it has to give a buy signal, right, in an oversold zone. Okay, so this one is very, very similar. Let's see what we have on the daily chart. Okay, so it would have been a good buy if it was in an oversold zone, but as you can see, it's in an overbought zone. If it was in an overbought zone on the day, it would have been a good buy. It would have been a good buy. It does take a while to see these charts, and then again, they don't always appear. So there's also something called channel trading, where even though it is not in the overbought zone, it is just within that range. And if you're going to trade within the range, then be prepared for volatility, just as well, right? Like similar to this one here. So this is a perfect example of buying in a range. So in this case here, what you're doing is you're buying in a range. As you can see, this is a range here, right? In the overbought range, and then oversold range. So this is the strategy, basically, as you can see right there on the screen. It's called the bullish divergence, right? That's what it's called, BD, bullish divergence. So this is an oversold zone, overbought. So this is when it is like that, then we're expecting the market to go up in price. Okay, we're expecting the market to go up in price, right? So that's what's happening here. So this is also another example, but then with this example here, we are focusing on the range. We're focusing on the range, and also notice that the price is above the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. All right, so I had to change my indicator. So the 50-day moving average is represented by this black line here, and then the 200-day moving average is represented by the red line here. I wish we could go through all these, but we've run out of time. So I'd love to thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my mentors, uh, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Tim Sykes, who wrote the foreword to the book The Penny Stock Course, and Matthew Creator, who wrote the book Rocket Stocks. And you can check out all their books on Amazon Kindle. I would love to thank you so much for watching. Please, my disclaimer is don't buy what I tell you to buy. Don't sell what I tell you to sell. Do your own research before you buy or sell anything. My names are Luosi Forex. Stay safe, study hard, take care. Bye bye, and bye bye. Peace.